Class 12th, Subject Business Studies, Chapter 5, Organizing, Lecture 5th. Good morning, students. In our last lecture, we have read about functional structure, its suitability, advantages, and disadvantages. In this lecture, we'll study about divisional structure. So let's start our topic. Divisional structure. As you may see here, a divisional structure is the organization structure which comprises of separate business units. So, manpower is grouped on the basis of different product manufactured. Means, as we have already seen that under functional structure, the organization structure formed by grouping of jobs of similar nature. But under divisional structure, there are separate business units created on a basis, say it be, we can say in a large company may have two divisions like footwear and garments. So we may see here in this diagram that there is managing director. Under him two divisions are there. One is footwear division and another one is garments division. Fine. Under footwear division, there are four type of structure are working. Four departments are working, we can say. Human resource department, marketing department, finance department and production department. And same in another division as well. In another division, that is garments division, there are four departments working like human resource department, marketing department, finance department and production department. Beta, this is the organization chart showing divisional structure. We have seen under functional structure there is one department working, say it be footwear or garment. But under divisional structure, if there are more than one business, so the department according to that business are subdivided. Fine. That's why it is subdivided into footwear and garments, and then again it is subdivided into all these four departments. Say it be human resource department, say it be marketing department, say it be finance department and production department. Fine. So this is our divisional structure. So basically divisional structure is suitable for large firms having multiple products with distinctive characteristics, different characteristics. So when an organization grows and need to add more employees and create more departments, it has to introduce new level of management. So it will decide to adopt a divisional structure at that time. Fine. So here we can see the advantages of divisional structure. Number one, product specialization. You know, a divisional head gains experience in all functions related to a particular product. So product specialization helps in the development of different skills in a divisional head, and this prepares him for higher position as well. Fine. So divisional structure basically helps in development of different skill in a divisional head, and this will prepare him for higher position in the organization. Fine. Second one is greater accountability. Divisional heads are accountable for profits, revenues and costs related to different departments can be easily identified and assigned to them. Beta, basically in this structure, each product department is treated as profit center. Fine. Every department is treated as profit center and is accountable for own profit and loss. So this provides the base for evaluating performance and helps in fixation of responsibility in case of poor response, or we can say poor performance. So divisional heads are totally accountable for profit or loss of their division that is identified and assigned to them. Its third advantage is flexibility and initiative. Divisional structure promotes flexibility and initiative because each division function as an autonomous, or we can say autonomous means independent unit, which leads to faster decision making. Fine. So under divisional structure, every department is working as independent unit. Autonomous means independent unit, which leads to faster decision making. Fine. It helps the manager to make the decision faster. Fourth one is expansion and growth. In divisional structure, new divisions can be easily added without interrupting the existing operations. As we saw in the diagram, that there was footwear department and there was a clothes department, means garment department as well. If an organization wants to start a new department, say it be cosmetic department, it can easily start the new department without interrupting the existing operations. Fine. This is also the quality of, or we can say advantage of, divisional structure. Now, disadvantages of divisional structure. Number one, conflicts. There may be conflicts among different divisions with reference to allocation of funds. Also, a particular division may try to maximize its profit at the cost of other divisions. Conflict can easily arise among different departments of one division, say it be with a reference to allocation of funds. So this is the limitation of divisional structure. Second one is costly process. It may lead to increase in cost since there may be duplication of activities across products. It may be lead to increase in cost because duplication of resources in various departments, since each division has separate set of similar functions. So there may be duplication of activities across products. So it can be a costly product. And this process may be costly in the form of products because there are so many products, but that products can easily comprises with a lot of duplication of activities. Fine. So it is a costly process. Next one is organizational interest ignored. It provides manager, divisional structure provides manager with the authority to supervise all the activities related to a particular division. So managers focus on their own product and pay no heed, means attention, to overall organizational objective. Means everybody is busy in achieving their own division's profit. They are not bothered about organizational interest or organization's profit. Fine. So organizational objectives suffer and become difficult to achieve. So under divisional department, organization ignores its interest because everybody is busy to create the profit for its own department, for their own department only. Whatever is the department or division is allotted to them, they are making efforts, they are doing efforts to achieve the goal of their own departments. So they are not bothered about the interest of the organization. So it is also the limitation of divisional structure. Fine. So today we have read divisional structure, its suitability, advantages and disadvantages. Your homework is to revise the topic and note down in your fair notebook.